Hello, my unstoppable Sigma ladies. Welcome back to the Sigma Lady, your go-to space for unfiltered wisdom and unshakable power. Today, we're exploring how to handle disrespect in a way that not only protects your dignity, but also transforms the narrative completely. These are not the typical tired responses you've heard before. Each strategy is a powerful story waiting to be told through your actions. Here's something to set the tone for today. Respect is not requested. It is commanded by the way you carry yourself. In this video, you'll discover 10 transformative approaches to rise above disrespect and turn it into a moment of quiet dominance. These are tools you'll use to not just handle challenges, but to thrive in their midst. If you're ready to elevate your Sigma mindset, hit that subscribe button now, and let's dive in. 1. The glass fortress picture. A glass fortress, transparent, elegant, and untouchable. It appears delicate, but its walls are impenetrable. The glass fortress is your ability to let others see your strength while keeping their negativity from penetrating your core. When faced with disrespect, don't react emotionally or defensively. Instead, let your calm and composed exterior reflect their behavior back at them. Imagine someone in a meeting dismissively says, "I don't think you understand this." Instead of flinching or retaliating, you might respond, "That's an interesting perspective. Let's explore it further and clarify things as we go." This response achieves two things. It diffuses their negativity and subtly reclaims control of the conversation. The glass fortress is not just about what you say, it's about your presence. Your body language, steady tone, and composed demeanor make it clear that you're unshaken. The person attempting to rattle you is left with no purchase, their efforts falling flat against your unyielding strength. Over time, people will learn that you're not someone they can easily provoke. You don't crumble under pressure, you simply reflect it back with quiet power. 2. The Wolves Howl. Wolves don't bark, they howl, commanding the forest with intention and authority. The Wolf's Howl is about using your voice strategically to assert yourself without resorting to aggression or defensiveness. It's the art of saying just enough to be heard clearly and powerfully. For instance, if someone belittles your ideas by saying, "That won't work," respond calmly with, "I hear your concerns, but here's why I believe it's worth exploring." This statement does more than defend your position. It repositions you as confident and thoughtful, while also challenging them to rethink their dismissiveness. The key to the Wolf's Howl is tone and timing. Speak with conviction, but don't let your voice betray frustration or insecurity. A steady, composed delivery carries more weight than raised voices or sharp retorts. Your words, measured and precise, will resonate more deeply because they reflect control and strength. When used well, the Wolf's Howl ensures that your voice is respected. People will recognize that when you speak, you have something important to say, and they'll be less likely to undermine you in the future. It's a vocal presence that establishes your dominance without demanding it. 3. The Silent Ocean. The ocean is vast, deep, and powerful. Even in its silence, its presence is undeniable. The Silent Ocean strategy is about channeling that same quiet strength in the face of disrespect. It's not about ignoring the behavior. It's about letting your lack of reaction make a louder statement than any words ever could. When someone tries to provoke you with a rude comment, pause and let their words hang in the air. Don't rush to fill the silence or explain yourself. Instead, maintain steady eye contact and a calm demeanor. This pause often leaves the offender feeling uncomfortable, exposing the emptiness of their attempt to undermine you. For example, imagine someone interrupts you in a meeting. Instead of immediately trying to regain control, stop speaking, look at them with calm confidence, and wait. This act of stillness shifts the power dynamic, signaling that you are in no rush to defend your position because you're secure in it. The beauty of the silent ocean is that it disarms without confrontation. It forces others to reckon with the weight of their own behavior while you remain grounded and composed. Over time, this approach builds a reputation for unshakable strength. People will learn that your silence isn't absence, it's deliberate power. 4. The clockmaker's precision. Imagine a clockmaker delicately adjusting intricate gears. Every move is deliberate, every second intentional. The clockmaker's precision is about responding to disrespect with calculated, purposeful actions rather than knee-jerk reactions. This strategy allows you to maintain control of the situation by ensuring that every word and action serves a specific purpose. When someone disrespects you, pause and evaluate the situation. What is their motive? Are they trying to provoke you, diminish you, or test your boundaries? Once you understand their intent, craft your response accordingly. For example, if someone dismisses your qualifications with a sarcastic remark like, "Well, let's see if you can handle this," you might calmly reply, "Thank you for your confidence in my ability to take on challenges. Let's focus on results." This response achieves two goals. First, it neutralizes their sarcasm without giving it power. Second, it shifts the focus away from their negativity and back to your strengths and capabilities. The clockmaker's precision also applies to your timing. Instead of responding immediately, take a moment to process the situation. A thoughtful pause before you speak signals that you are in control of yourself and the interaction. This composure often unsettles the other person, making them reconsider their approach. Over time, people will notice that you don't waste words or energy on meaningless exchanges. Your deliberate responses will command respect, as they show that you are not only in control of your emotions, but also capable of handling any situation with grace and precision. 5. The mirror maze. Picture yourself walking through a mirror maze where every angle reflects back the truth. The mirror maze strategy is about using thoughtful questions and observations to force someone to confront their own behavior. Instead of reacting to disrespect, you guide the other person to recognize their misstep on their own. When someone makes a disrespectful comment, respond with a question that turns the spotlight onto them. For example, if someone says, "You're too sensitive," you might reply, "Why do you think this situation requires less sensitivity?" This type of response not only redirects the conversation, but also challenges them to justify their position. The power of the mirror maze lies in its subtlety. You're not accusing or arguing, you're simply asking questions. These questions act like mirrors, reflecting their words and behavior back to them. Often, this approach leaves them at a loss for words, as they realize the flaws in their own statements. This strategy works particularly well in group settings, where their behavior is on display for others to see. By calmly questioning their intent, you maintain your dignity while subtly exposing their actions. Over time, the mirror maze establishes you as someone who is both insightful and unshakable, capable of handling challenges with poise and intelligence. 6. The Phoenix Pause. The phoenix doesn't rise in haste. It takes its time to gather strength, emerging from the ashes more powerful than before. The Phoenix Pause is about intentionally delaying your response to disrespect, using that moment of stillness to craft a reaction that demonstrates your wisdom and control. When someone disrespects you, your first instinct might be to fire back or defend yourself. Instead, take a deep breath and let the moment settle. This pause isn't about hesitation. It's about gathering your strength and ensuring that your response reflects your true power. For example, if someone interrupts you to discredit your ideas, pause, make eye contact, and calmly say, "I'll address your concerns, but let me finish my point first." The pause before you speak gives you time to regain control and ensures that your words carry the weight of intentionality. The Phoenix pause also communicates confidence. By not rushing to respond, you show that you are unshaken and in no hurry to prove yourself. This often has the added effect of unsettling the other person, as they realize they can't easily provoke you. Over time, this strategy becomes a hallmark of your presence. People will come to respect your ability to remain composed under pressure, recognizing that your calmness is not passivity, but a deliberate display of strength. The Phoenix pause transforms disrespect into an opportunity to rise above, leaving others in awe of your quiet power. 7. The Velvet Storm. A velvet storm is a paradox, soft to the touch yet undeniably powerful. This strategy is about balancing kindness with assertiveness, using calm words to establish firm boundaries. The velvet storm shows that you don't need to raise your voice or act aggressively to demand respect. Instead, you exude quiet confidence that commands attention. When someone disrespects you, respond with words that are both gentle and firm. For instance, if a colleague speaks over you in a meeting, calmly interject with, "I'd like to finish my thought before we move on." Your tone is key. It should be steady, not defensive or apologetic. This approach asserts your presence without escalating the situation. The strength of the velvet storm lies in its ability to disarm. People often expect aggression when they disrespect someone, but when met with calm assertiveness, they are forced to reconsider their actions. Your words become like a velvet glove, soft on the surface but with an undeniable impact. This strategy also extends beyond words. Your body language, upright posture, steady gaze, and a composed expression amplifies your message. It's not just what you say, but how you carry yourself that leaves a lasting impression. Over time, the velvet storm establishes you as a force to be reckoned with. People will recognize that you are both approachable and unyielding, someone who can handle any situation with grace and strength. 8. The lantern effect. A lantern doesn't fight the darkness, it simply shines. The lantern effect is about illuminating disrespect by calmly exposing it for what it is. This strategy uses subtle yet powerful comments to make others aware of their behavior without direct confrontation. When faced with disrespect, respond with a statement that shifts the focus onto their actions. For example, if someone makes a condescending remark, you could say, "That's an interesting way to put it. What do you mean by that?" This forces them to explain themselves, often making them realize the inappropriateness of their words. The key to the lantern effect is maintaining a tone of curiosity rather than accusation. Your response should feel like an invitation for clarity rather than a challenge. This approach not only diffuses tension, but also encourages reflection, subtly holding the other person accountable for their behavior. In group settings, the lantern effect is particularly effective. By calmly highlighting the disrespect, you allow others to see the situation clearly, often leading them to side with you. Over time, this strategy builds your reputation as someone who addresses challenges with wisdom and composure. 9. The shadow dancer. Shadow dancers move with grace, avoiding direct confrontation while still commanding attention. The shadow dancer strategy is about addressing disrespect indirectly through actions or subtle words that shift the power dynamic without escalating the situation. For example, if someone doubts your abilities instead of arguing, let your results speak for themselves. Deliver exceptional work that leaves no room for criticism. Or, if someone undermines you in conversation, respond with a poised smile and say, "I appreciate your input. Let's revisit this once we've had more time to explore the possibilities. This keeps the conversation professional while subtly reasserting your control. The beauty of the shadow dancer lies in its subtlety. You don't need to confront disrespect head-on to make an impact. Instead, your actions and carefully chosen words create a ripple effect, gradually shifting the dynamic in your favor. Over time, this strategy builds your presence as someone who can navigate challenges with elegance and intelligence. People will learn that disrespecting you is futile because your strength lies in how effortlessly you turn the situation to your advantage. 10. The Monarchs Walk. A monarch doesn't lower themselves to engage in petty squabbles. They walk with purpose and authority, leaving no doubt about their power. The Monarch's Walk is about rising above disrespect by focusing on your goals and refusing to engage in unnecessary drama. When someone disrespects you, take a moment to assess whether their words or actions truly deserve your energy. Most of the time they don't. Instead of reacting, channel your focus into something that aligns with your purpose, your work, your goals, or your personal growth. For example, if someone criticizes you unfairly, acknowledge their comment with a simple "noted" and move on. This response shows that you've heard them, but aren't giving their negativity any weight. By continuing to excel and stay focused, you prove that their attempts to undermine you are meaningless. The Monarch's Walk isn't about ignoring disrespect. It's about choosing your battles wisely. By refusing to engage in unproductive exchanges, you conserve your energy for what truly matters. Over time, this approach reinforces your reputation as someone who is focused, composed, and above petty conflicts. Sigma ladies, these 10 strategies aren't just techniques, they're reflections of your quiet power and unshakable essence. Handling disrespect isn't about confrontation. It's about using every interaction to reinforce who you are, confident, composed, and unstoppable. Here's a thought to carry with you. You don't chase respect. It follows when you lead with purpose. If these strategies resonated with your Sigma spirit, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of powerful women. Until next time, walk tall, speak with intention, and let your actions echo louder than any words.